Making this video real quick because I came in, it's still light outside and I didn't finish what I was doing. I was gonna move something else, but that guy showed up over there and I just don't feel comfortable. He gives me the creeps. So I wanted to show you that I submitted this for an art contest a few years ago. This is okay. What the contest was is it was for the solar eclipse that year, and the contest was held before the eclipse. And what you were supposed to do is pick a landmark in Houston and draw the eclipse the way it would appear approximately by that landmark. Now, actually, the eclipse would have been a lot smaller in the sky, but what fun would that be? Just to draw a little dinky eclipse in a picture. But this, I was going to use this, I don't remember what they call those. Oh, fudge. It's like a scientific globe, sort of, that's made of wire or metal, and it points different directions. I can't remember. I was going to use that until I actually went to the location and mapped it out and realized that at the time of the eclipse, at the exact moment the eclipse happened, it would not be visible from that globe thing because it would be blocked by one of Houston's tall buildings. So, anyways, I decided to use this, which is an art piece by an artist named Hannah Stewart. This has been at Memorial, I think it's called Hermann Park. Yeah, it's Hermann Park, and it's on top of a hill. It's kind of neat because this is where they hold their kite fest every spring. And there's Atropos Key. That's what this piece is called. And the thing in the center is supposed to be the key, I guess. But in reality, Atropos was one of the 3 daughters of Zeus and in Greek mythology, and she decided the fate of humans. She cuts the cord of life, and actually she's supposed to be depicted with a scythe or a knife, not a key. So I don't really know what that's all about. But the story behind the artist is kind of, do you ever have something happen to you that it's almost like, seems like it's fate or kismet or something? And I don't really believe in that sort of thing, or luck or bad luck, or I don't believe in any of that stuff, but sometimes stuff will happen that's just so funky and I don't know why. And I was drawing this for this contest. And, I decided to use a Atropos Key statue because this hill at Hermann Park is like really wide open, which is why they have the kite fest there. And, it was easy to use, easy to map out where the eclipse would be, in what direction. And I had a lot of fun doing this. And I used actually ashes to make that moon. And I used turmeric to make the sun because I couldn't find any of my colored pencils weren't bright enough that I didn't think that they would make an appropriate sun. And I ended up, there's the hill, and I made these bubbles at the top of it. And it's kind of funny because right after the eclipse happened, let me move my table in towards me more. I'm having a hard time reaching this. After the eclipse happened, right after, was Hurricane Harvey. And many people died in Hurricane Harvey. And then right after that, I don't remember the names of them, but there was 4 or 5 consecutive hurricanes right on top of each other. And one of them is the one that wiped out Puerto Rico the first time and did all that damage. So, the contest was over, and of course I didn't win. It's not really that good, but I thought about this afterwards because people kept saying, oh, the eclipse caused Hurricane Harvey, which is not true. But I was like, that's funny because, I mean, look at my picture. Like, it's like a giant wave is going to come over Houston, and there's, I put deadly nightshade on it. And I mean, there was really no reason for me to even do that. And so after the contest, I added 2 hurricanes in. You can see them right in there behind her. That wasn't there before the eclipse. That's the only thing I added to it. But I didn't win, but I still like my picture, and I love, love, love this statue. I also love to go to Hermann Park with people and dare them to touch it. And it's funny because anybody that knows me will not even get near that thing. But yet, when there's like festivals going on there, there's kids climbing all over it because it's huge. And, there's a base at the bottom of it that you can sit on. I'm sure that, I mean, it wasn't meant to be sat on. It's just a base. But people sit on it all the time and they have no idea. Just kind of creepy, really. But, man, I'm telling you what, my neighbors are being so noisy right now. I mean, jeez. Okay, so anyways, I was going to say the artist Hannah Stewart, she has kind of a funny story because she did this. She did, many other pieces, but what happened was she just became, you know what? They don't even know why. I mean, I can't even speculate what happened, but she had an art studio downtown Houston, and one day she just closed it up and vanished. And they did not know, all of her friends that frequented the shop, did not know where she went. Even went as far as reporting her as missing to the police because most of her artwork was still there. She just closed it up and just left and never came back. And so it was kind of a mystery for, over a decade what happened to her. And they found out in the late or mid 90s that she had passed away in New Mexico, that she had moved there and just lived a life of solitude. And she had continued to make art. Her house that she had there was full of all kinds of sculptures and artwork. But just an interesting story. But what I'm talking about things happening that seem like fate almost, I was working, I work a lot of odd jobs, just, every little bit counts, right? So I was working this one job, as you know, I like books a lot, and I was getting paid in Amazon gift cards. And each one of the cards, I think, would be $50 that I would get. And it was like once a week I would get a $50 card for doing hardly nothing. I mean, all I had to do was answer questions on one phone call a week. That's it. And it was so easy. And you got $50. I mean, who would pass that up, right? But a lot of people did, because I told a lot of people that I know about it, and they could have did it too, but they just didn't. I don't know. They coronavirus. No, I'm just kidding. I had a cold last week, and I know this is not coronavirus because all the WHO people say that coronavirus has a very dry cough. My cold was just the opposite of that. I was like a snot monster. Okay, but anyways, they would give me this $50 card once a week, and I would buy books with it. I would buy all books with it. Well, one week, I spent all of it except for like $1.50 or something like that. I'm like, maybe I can find one used book on here for $1.50. You know, and just run the card out. I could have just waited until the next one. It would have just added it on. But I ended up buying this. And it's a really old book. It's a first edition print. There was another book that this George Leland Hunter did on tapestries, and it has all kinds of old. I'm sorry, my hands are all dirty still, but I was gonna go back outside and finish what I was doing. But it has all these old. These are actual photos of real historical tapestries from all over the world, and there's actually another book, and I bought this probably a couple weeks after the hurricane happened, you know, and I got it home here. I mean, I got it out of the mail, and I was looking through it saying, you know, wow, you know, I had no idea when I bought this how cool this was going to be. I mean, there's such really neato stuff in here. Now my dog's barking. There's 2 dogs running loose on my street. I think they belong to the people down the street, and making Dolly bark. But anyways, I was going through it and I saw this, and it was kind of amazing because, as you see, it says the Triumph of Fame. It is, the different personages are designated by name in Gothic letters. Fame with 4-mouthed trumpet rides triumphantly over the bodies of 2 of the Fates, Clotho and Atropos. Most people just call her Atropos without the H, but that's my picture there. And I think she's got, see right there, see she's got a little knife in her hand, or a little skith in her hand. That's her right there. And this wagon is running them over. And who is in the wagon? It actually tells in the description right there who all these people are. I'm in a rocking chair. I just want, it's like this. But anyways, it says Fame with 4-mouthed trumpet rides triumphantly over the bodies of 2 of the Fates, Clotho and Atropos. Charlemagne, crowned, bears the symbol of earthly power, the sword and the globe with cross. Beginning on the left, the other figures are Virgil, Cicero, Homer, Aristotle, Saint Louis, and Plato. So that is Fame, yeah. Up in the wagon up there. I just thought it was kind of neat. It was just a good subject for a video. But I absolutely love this book. I'd like to get the other one. I like so many books, and there's so many books that I want. And I finally figured out the meaning of life is to buy so many books that you couldn't possibly ever read them all. And then someday when you die, your relatives will find all of these books that you didn't read, and they'll go, oh my God, she was Einstein. She read all of this. No, I do read a lot of them. Hey, there's Archie. Look how big he's got. He's so big now. Aren't you, buddy? You're so big now. Are you a big boy? Yep, you're a big boy. And I was going to show you... Get down. Get down. I need to fold this. If I can find it here, excuse my mess in that other room. I've been tearing through boxes here. I bought those 2 vacuums, and I got electric saw, and I have all these boxes, cardboard boxes, and I have to tear them up or flatten them or something to get them in my recycle thing, and they're like all over the place. My high heel boots up there, which is probably hilarious. Why are they in my living room? I don't know, but I wanted to show you. I'm never gonna finish this. You realize that, right? I started putting guns in his head. I don't know why. No, what I want to do is finish that out. Keep putting more guns in his head there. And I also want to paintball splatter it. And then put some kind of, like, clear coat over it to make it hard. To make the whole thing hard. And I gotta make his shirt black, of course. You gotta have a black shirt. Can't be having no white shirt. But gay frogs.